Two Chinese nationals have been accused of smuggling a fungus into the U.S. that officials describe as a dangerous biological pathogen. Federal prosecutors allege the pair smuggled the fungus through the Detroit airport. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the particular fungus is responsible for billions of dollars in economic losses worldwide each year. And CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now. Scott, good to see you again. So what exactly are federal prosecutors alleging these individuals did?
Well, first of all, they're making a pretty clear argument, Tom, about what Fusarium graminearum can do. This obscure fungus many of us had never heard of until this week, according to federal prosecutors in their charging documents, has the ability to do incredible damage to agriculture, to livestock, and can sicken humans. And they argue, as part of this case, that this fungus could be responsible for billions of dollars in losses if it spreads the wrong way and spreads too far. So that's the stuff we're talking about. The people we're talking about, two Chinese nationals, one of whom is under arrest, in custody, and facing a detention hearing tomorrow at the federal court in Detroit. Her name is Youngling Zhan. She has a boyfriend in China who's also a researcher. His name is Zhengyang Liu. He's not in custody. His location is unclear right now. But according to the charging documents here, it was Liu who was stopped trying to fly into the United States through Detroit last July. The customs agents found this on him, this set of fungus in bags that were balled up into little tissues or napkins in his baggage. They sent him back to China, but upon further review, they determined in their investigation that it was John who was to use this or research with this, or may have been part of a conspiracy to smuggle this into the United States. We'll see what they say tomorrow, Tom, at John's detention hearing, and what they argued to the judge to hold her in jail pre-trial.
So, when I think of a biological pathogen, I don't typically go to a fungus. I go to a bacteria or a virus. So get us up to speed on this. Just how dangerous is this fungus that they brought into the U.S., Scott?
So it's an agricultural item. This is something the USDA would monitor. And of course, it is present in certain ways in certain parts of America, but this is not something they can be transmitted from another country. It's also something you have in a lab in a controlled environment for a reason. The federal agents argue unequivocally, Tom, this is a danger, that this has the potential to cause damages, but there's nothing in the court filings we've seen that indicates there's some type of plot was being undertaken by these two defendants. They face a smuggling charge and a conspiracy charge, but it is noteworthy that the feds are going to try to hold John in jail. That's not the case in many federal criminal cases.
Yeah, billions of dollars in economic losses worldwide. That's nothing to balk at. So what is Michigan University saying about this?
The University of Michigan, where Jean is a researcher, had been employed till present day, has issued a statement saying, "We strongly condemn any actions that seek to cause harm, threaten national security, or undermine the university's critical public mission." The affidavit submitted in this case, reviewed by CBS News, shows that John began working there a couple of years ago and was a present-day researcher at the University of Michigan. But right now, she is an inmate of the feds pending her hearing tomorrow.
Such a bizarre story. Scott MacFarlane reporting for us. Scott, thank you.